think we can hear me. I can hear the Elgato. Hey Tavon, welcome. I just need to make sure I can hear the right Elgato. We need that one. Okay. I can now hear the correct Elgato. Hey CB, welcome. You're here bright and early on the stream. Looks like we ticked up to 5 viewers, actually. It's crazy. So we established that I am going to be playing through this game with the Shiny Jirachi, so I need to enter my name each time, which is okay. Okay, it wasn't bothering me last time, but I really feel like that counter on my webcam screen is extremely annoying. I don't know what you guys think, but... Nope. Just a little off. Rowlet Gaming, welcome. Random stream out of nowhere, I guess? Kind of, sort of, but not really. It's pretty typical to have a stream on a Sunday afternoon. Usually try to start it at 11 or 12, sometimes 1, so I might be a little bit early for that. But, it's not super out of nowhere. Put the shiny counter in the top right-hand corner of the chat box. Hey, that could work. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, Rowlet Gaming. Making the chat smaller, like, I'm extremely limited in what I can do with the chat and have it be readable. Like, if I make it smaller... maybe? Hopefully you guys can still read that. Oh, I screwed up. Okay, Jirachi goes down there. The counter can go there. That's better. Except for I do need to move the chat up just a little now. There we go. A little bit harder to read, but not bad. Yep, just fixed that one. I noticed that that was going to bother me as well. I think it's better. Now, the hope is that we don't have to go into the 4 digits with our counter, because then that would be really bad. Our counter would run out of space. So, I popped in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Well, mainly Soul Silver because I don't have Heart Gold, but I popped that in the other day. And last time I streamed this game, I said that the single greatest Pokemon mechanic ever invented was the running shoes in this game. I found the second greatest mechanic invented in a Pokemon game the other day. In Soul Silver, on the touchscreen, they added a button that you can toggle on and off so that you don't have to hold B to run. You're just always running with the running shoes, which is fantastic. I think they did a similar thing in BDSP, that you have the running shoes on, and then I think in Sword and Shield, you're always running as well. So, pretty great mechanics right there. Much speed. Yes, I will be gritting both of them. Violet is the obvious winner for me. I don't know too much about the version exclusives, however. But I'm saying that Violet is going to be the obvious choice for me because I think Ceruledge is so much cooler than Armor Rogue, or whatever its name is. Oh yeah, I will be definitely streaming that and doing full video guides on how to get all the hidden collectible items stuff, kind of like how you had to collect the wisps in PLA. I'm sure that's going to be a thing similar in this one, just going through everything that we need. I hope to be able to do Pokemon locations before that's common knowledge. It would be awesome if the game leaked early again, so that I could get a head start on that, but I doubt I'll be so lucky. Oh yeah, dude. I'm definitely going with Violet, like, that's not even going to be a question. Violet has my heart. I play the blue version of every game. Like, historically, I prefer the blue version of every single game. The only time I've deviated from that is with Fire Red, because Fire Red is much better than Leaf Green, so there wasn't really a blue choice. And another time I deviated from that pattern was with Gold and Silver. I prefer to play Gold, but love Silver's Legendary a lot more. I don't know what it is about the Gold cartridge, but I just prefer to have that one in my game. So that would probably be the red equivalent, and Silver would be the blue equivalent, I would have to say. But every single other time, I've chosen the blue colored game. Yeah, I don't know what exclusives Scarlet actually has outside of Armor Rogue. And I think Ceruledge is 10 times cooler. I don't know, I kind of got out of the leaks this year because, like, they weren't getting any views anyways, and I had other stuff to do with my time this year. That and the leak season was just crazy for this game, like, it was so lame. I much preferred the leak season for BDSP and Pokemon Legends Arceus, where somebody didn't dump all the information at once and just let you riddle it out. I still need to go in and pay off my copies of Scarlet and Violet. I got my double pack ordered for myself, but the bot packages are going to be a little bit lacking. Oh shoot, I don't need this. I just need to save. I know what I'm doing. My YouTube revenue hasn't been the greatest as of late. And I still haven't gotten paid for my sponsorship like I was expecting, and that was going to pay for one set of the bots copy of the game, and that hasn't happened yet, so I'm starting to get concerned if I'll be able to purchase the copies I need for the bots in a timely manner, since I will be off of work at that time. And money isn't exactly going to be coming in for me to be able to purchase those. So, we'll see what we can do with that. Yeah, I definitely like covering leaks. I just don't like having all the answers given. I like the interpretation aspect of it. Not like, oh yeah, we know for sure that this is going to be the case. No, it's like, this is the information we have. This is what I speculate from it. Much more fun that way. I'm actually going to go to GameStop today and get my Marshadow code for the United States region. So I'll do a little bit of work on that. I also need to pick up Bayonetta 3. But yeah, hopefully my YouTube payout for October, or well, I guess it will be November 22nd, will help me be able to get that. Get those copies of the games that I need. I agree, Rowlet. I agree. I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten the third Final Evolution leaked yet. At least I haven't seen them. They may have been leaked. I haven't been following it that closely, but I'm surprised we haven't, like, gotten their images completely leaked yet. Thank you, Rowlet. Yep, I definitely did not put the counter up. Now it's up. Why do I need to reset every time for the Jirachi? So this is kind of like the Pokemon Ranger Manaphy egg, but backwards. The bonus disc can send infinite number of Jirachi, but it will only send one to each save file of the game. So I reset the game every time I get Jirachi because I have to reload the game in order to receive another Jirachi. It's one per save file, and since I'm doing this like 100% legitly, I'm not using a save editor on my PC or anything like that to get Shiny Jirachi. This is working on my Gamecube and on my Wii to facilitate the Game Boy Advance and the Gamecube respectively. Like, my Gamecube's basically the Game Boy Advance right now, and my Wii is the Gamecube, essentially. And that's because I can get the images for both of those at the same time. Whereas if I was just playing my Game Boy Advanced, I wouldn't be able to capture the screen. So my Game Boy player on my bottom of my Gamecube is my Game Boy Advance right now. My Wii is my Gamecube. It's working out great. But yeah, I'm doing it 100% legitly, so I'm not cheating at all. And can't back up a save and just restart a save to receive it. That would be really nice, though. It would greatly improve the wait time. Because then I could get like one every 2 minutes. Hey, Chance, welcome. Oh, wrong button. Goodness gracious, I know I was pressing left. What do we do? Somebody should help. You finally decided to play Breath of the Wild. You've had it for a while, just never played it. Oh man, you've been missing out. It is a fantastic game. I'm just waiting for the day this Torchic is going to be shiny. Or the Poochyena. One of these times, one of those has got to be shiny. Just got back from the farmer's market and got legit close to $50 in free produce because you went with your girl's family and they know everyone there. That's funny. And that's good. Connections are awesome. Give me the watermelons. CB, you enjoy your lunch. In other news, I got the shiny Manaphy hunt set up. I was able to buy a copy of Pokemon Ranger on eBay, and it still had the egg on it. Like, I was shocked. I was fully intending on having to delete the entire save file and factory reset the cartridge, which you can do. And you do kind of have to do to make the shiny hunt more efficient, but there was a legit copy of the egg already intact on this cartridge. I was so surprised because it wasn't advertised that it was there, and I just went for it. I just bought one and arrived the other day and had the egg already on it. So I grabbed it, and then I factory resetted it 3 times so that I could get 4 Manaphy eggs. Basically what you do is with your custom firmware 3DS, you download a save editor, you completely erase the save file, and then restore the save file to a point where the egg hadn't been given away, and you inject that save file back onto the cartridge, and you trade out the eggs. So, in theory, you can get infinite Manaphy eggs using this method. It just takes about 7 minutes a cycle if you're lucky. So, after this Jirachi hunt, I will be doing a shiny Manaphy hunt. Just because of BDSP and all that, like, Manaphy will eventually take the place of the Jirachi hunt, so the sooner I find this one, the sooner I can get to that one, and then I'll have, like, the 2 most ridiculous shiny hunts, event Pokemon, complete and done and out of the way. Yeah! Jupiter, you're finally gonna see me get that shiny egg Manaphy. It's gonna be great. I do have to work on a method to record the gameplay for it, so that's gonna take some time. Hopefully you get lucky on this. I hope so. I hope Dialga and... well, Dialga's luck's being counterbalanced with Cresselia. Hopefully Shaman's luck counterbalances with this one and I get it in like 100 encounters. Chance will stand behind me with an iPhone 4 camera. Yes, we'll get that blurry image going. Leak season. That's how you'll screen cap it. It's not a teal shiny, so it'll probably be lucky. You know, that's what we're hoping. Manaphy, on the other hand, is a teal shiny, so I'm kind of terrified for that one. But I will be hunting 4 at a time, so it should go a little bit quicker. No chance. It's a color. Teal is like this off jade green color. And they just hate me. If you look down at my history with hunting shinies, here I'll switch to this one. So every single one of these shinies that is an offish green color has taken me forever, and Shaman's not up there, unfortunately. I need to still add it. But I have 3 shiny Pokemon that are teal in color, and they've all exceeded full odds. So they just hate me. And since Manaphy is technically a teal color, it is also going to hate me. Probably. Jirachi, on the other hand, is red, so it should be fine. Okay, I gotta do my best to pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. Mates Dutra 8. Or Matus Dutra 8. Thank you for the subscribe. Hopefully I didn't slaughter that. Or it's Mateus. But given the last name, I have no idea. Thank you, Jupiter. Hopefully I do get the luck. I would be greatly appreciative of the luck. Halloween is tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't get to spend some time hunting a ghost-type Pokemon. I mean, maybe I can egg hunt tomorrow. Do a Halloween stream. You have a bet for me. If you beat my Manaphy egg hunt shiny counter, I'll gift 50 subs. Okay, what's the number to beat? Because I'm gonna be honest, I have forgotten, and I know you told me, but I feel like it was like around 280. Oh, 8,001. I was way off. 8176. That is gonna be the record to beat. Okay. Halloween is tomorrow. It's probably -1. It hurt my soul quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's no joke. They take forever. And did you do it, Jupiter, did you do it with a single egg? Oh my gosh. That hurts my soul. But we'll see if I can beat it. I'm definitely down to try. Rowlet, how I'm going to be going about doing that calculation is each cycle will count as 4, so I'll be ticking up 1 for every egg I hatch. Because each egg has its own chance, so it wouldn't be their number divided by 4. I would just be accomplishing their number 4 times faster. I need to stop using the D-pad, it's not working very great. You're thinking of sending it to BDSP for the lols? I mean, might as well. It would mean I'd still have... I mean... I would have to do it in 2044 resets, but each attempt would be an egg. Yeah. But I wouldn't be ticking it up once for each cycle, I'd be ticking it up by egg basis, because each egg is going to be its own success rate. It is entirely possible that I could get all 4 of them as shinies. It's the same odds as Jupiter's, it's just accomplishing it a lot faster. Because I have 4 attempts at each cycle. See, the reason why Jirachi is such a pain in the butt is... Or not Jirachi, but... I mean, Jirachi, I get 1 per cycle. And this is going to be similar to how Jupiter had to do it. Because with Manaphy, you have to get the egg on save file A, but you can't hatch it on save file A. So you have to get save file B and trade the egg to save file B and hatch it there. And then reset save file A. Get that one all the way up to a point where it can trade again. It takes like 10 minutes. You hatch it on save file B. If it's not shiny, you soft reset, then trade it back to save file A, which is now C. And you just bounce it back and forth, so each one takes about 10 minutes to do. Each encounter takes 10 minutes to do, and you have to trade back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until you finally get a shiny. I'm just cutting... For every 40 minutes that they spend doing it, I only have to spend 10 minutes doing it. It would be legendary. Hey, Red! I love the PFP and the name. And the fact that you didn't say anything. That was like all completely 100% in character, and I am here for it. That kind of made my day, low-key. That was great. I understand the reference immensely. Yeah, I would love it if all 4 were shiny. And I would actually be tempted to trade them back and forth until I got every single one of them to be shiny eventually. I just think that would be super cool. But I just don't know if I can commit to that. But I probably could to do a giveaway for one. Here's your 100% legit shiny Manaphy. Oh, I don't need to do another battle. I've already won. I'm also excited to get this shiny Jirachi because, like, I actually really want to play through this game again. And it's going to be fun to play through using it. I want to find an original copy of Sapphire, not one of the updated versions. I swear that kid said if your Pokemon gets strong enough, it can carry you across water. Kiko Melon, what can you say about pirated Pokemon games on Android? Graphics are so like Pokemon Sword. I don't know. I personally use an iPhone and have never had a need to pirate games, or specifically Pokemon games, on said device because I've always had a Game Boy with the games on them natively. So I haven't really messed around too much with pirated games and whatnot. I have put a few of my games that I have on my PC for use with emulation and whatnot, but I've always had access to the hard copy, so I've never really had to worry about putting them on a phone. One thing that I can say is that putting the Wii U versions of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker was the best decision I've ever done. Putting them on my PC. Graphics look fantastic on PC for those games. They run super smooth, they're super crisp. I love it. Also, the 3DS games, oh my gosh, are those graphics really improved on PC. I've dumped some of my 3DS games onto my PC, and I'm just always blown away and super impressed with how those look. Also, I feel like I forgot to increment up once. I feel like this should be my 4th attempt. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's only my 3rd. I'm only at 37 minutes, so having my 5-minute intro and doing 4 of them is, like, not really super possible. am kind of basing my encounter rates on time, because each one of these should take about 10 minutes to do. Oh, Kiko, I would definitely agree with that. I haven't done it myself yet, but I could see how it could be good. Only Pokemon game I tried on Yuzu was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and that's... We'll not get into that super great, but it didn't run very good. There were some glitches. It was an early attempt of it. Basically, Yuzu wasn't optimized for it at that point. No, I wanted to reset. Yeah, that sounds like it would look great. 60 frames per second mod on Pokemon Sword and Shield. I get it now. I just wish that I could get more than like 10, 15 encounters done per stream. Like, it takes 2 hours to get 10 of these done almost. And unfortunately, this is one that I want to do entirely live. Like, I can't justify doing any of these encounters off on my own. So I have to be streaming when doing each encounter. It's not like my static encounters where it's like, I can do a few hundred and just record myself while doing it. No, each one is an occasion. Pokemon fully restored, item ready, and what? Somebody's in my room. You, sir, didn't knock. There are very few instances where people actually react to you just barging into their home. Jupiter, if you do, I wish you the best of luck, because if you don't already have the bonus disc, it's an expensive hunt to start. I think, let me check. I'm pretty sure I had to fork out $180 for this. $200 plus shipping. Yeah, this hunt cost me $200. Well, plus the GameCube adapter cable, so that's another 20. No, that one was more. That one was on Amazon. Let me find out how much that one cost. Which is sad because I've had all of these at one point before anyways. So like I got the bonus disc when it first came out. I forget how they gave it away, but I did manage to get one. Oh, that would greatly cut down the costs, being able to borrow it. Okay, apparently Amazon has no record of me purchasing this item. Awkward. And eBay doesn't have any record of it either. Interesting. How on earth did I buy this item? Surely I didn't buy it from Walmart. I would never do such a thing. Ah, it was on Amazon. Okay, it just wasn't showing it to me. Oh, it's faded though. So this one cost me about $250, this hunt in its entirety, to start and do. Hey, Sonic the Fishhog mate, welcome, welcome. You're downloading PLA? Nice. Wish you the best of luck with that endeavor. Pretty good game that one is. Hopefully it doesn't hinder your ability to get Scarlet and Violet when that comes out, because I think that's going to be infinitely more fun. But I loved PLA. I thought that game was super great. Downloading the Brilliant Diamond NSP. Is that the file for computers? Okay. Nice, Sonic. If I remember correctly, NSPs are the files used for Yuzu. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I even updated Yuzu or checked for updates on it. Yeah, I actually have the same file of BDSP for Yuzu. I'm just not sure if it gets updated or not. Like, I don't want to download updates for it, and it's just too much work to worry about. We blocked Yuzu because it was infected with IDP Eris Generic. That doesn't sound normal. Interesting. I might have to fix that. Hey, Lagia, welcome. Oh yeah. I have my Switch primarily because of Breath of the Wild. I have 8 Switches because of Pokemon. welcome back, Tavon. We got a Pokeball. Let's shove a Jirachi in it. Wonder how Ryujinx is doing. Let's check that one out. Seems I have them on Ryujinx instead of Yuzu. I may need to reinstall Yuzu because it says it's infected with a virus somehow. For those of you that heard the virus alert when I loaded it up, actually I don't know if it did play that for you. Yeah, the Wii can run the Shiny Jirachi demo disc because the Wii doubles as a Gamecube. It has Gamecube drivers inside of it also. Whereas the Gamecube has a port on the bottom of it due to how the Gamecube was designed. I have the Game Boy Advance player attached to my Gamecube to actually make it a cube instead of a rectangular prism. And that's how I'm playing the Game Boy Advance game on my GameCube. But the Wii definitely has a GameCube player backwards compatibility in it. I mean, the Wii has GameCube ports on the top, so... It is just a glorified GameCube. Hey, Kels, no problem. I greatly appreciate doing those. Like, I love doing those, giveaways. They're a lot of fun. Frustrating when they're not working correctly, but for the most part, they're really fun to do. I just wish I could have got on doing it sooner. Like, back when Sword and Shield was in its prime, my channel would be a lot bigger. Your Gardevoir post has been featured in the subreddit since yesterday. That's awesome, Lagia. All that hard work. Getting some clout on the internet. That's what it's about. You traded a PS4 for a Nintendo Switch OLED? That's awesome. I highly support that decision. I don't like PlayStation. I can't hold the PlayStation's controller, and I think Sony's user interface is complete trash. The height of video game console interfaces was the Xbox 360 before it went to tile mode. But I hate how with Sony, like, everything's either a tile or a drop-down menu. But I never once had a problem with the GameCube, or not the GameCube, the Xbox 360's interface. I like the Xbox One's interface as well, like the Elite. I thought that was cool. But the tiles did throw me. I wasn't a super big fan of the tiles. The Wii U won't play GameCube games. The Wii U is restricted only to Wii games and Wii U games. I too have a 360. I still hop on it from time to time. What I really want to get around to doing again is playing all of my Assassin's Creed games. But I'm usually too busy making content and streaming and doing all that stuff. Like, if I'm not streaming, I am still usually working on my channel if I'm not at work. That's pretty much all I do, is go to work to actually provide a living for my family, and when I'm not at work, I'm working on this. But I'm hoping by doing some shorts, I'll help the channel grow a lot faster. I got another short coming out tomorrow. Doing Sword and Shield giveaways does kind of kill my ability to make shiny hunting shorts because my copies are being actively used by my bots. But I can always do some in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in the collage because I don't know enough about what I'm looking at. Like, I understand that there are a bunch of photos taken through the games, I just don't know where those photos are taken and why. Like, at first I was thinking that they were photos taken at the end of the events. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I remember that. You like a couple of days for Scarlet and Violet, and I'm hoping it's a good game? Yeah! We only got a little bit of time left for that. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I will be starting some leave from work on the 18th when it comes out. So I am so excited to be able to start playing that game, guys. Like, so excited. Almost enough so that I'm considering purchasing a digital copy of those games so that I can have them on my Switch at launch instead of having to wait until GameStop opens on the 18th. You're naming yourself Lucas because that's your name on BDSP, and I think... Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I can dig it. Have them have a family name. Why am I battling this Zigzagoon, guys? I have no idea. Hopefully that doesn't cost me the fight with May. I'm gonna be dumb and try it anyways. Which starter? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think you should choose Samurott. It depends on how hard you really want the game to be, though, gonna be honest. So, I haven't played through with a Rowlet yet. because I just don't want to put myself through that pain again. I first played through with a Typhlosion. And that was a nightmare. There are so many ground types and dark type moves in that game, it's absurd. So if you choose Typhlosion or Cyndaquil as your starter, just be aware that his fire type and his ghost type are going to constantly be wrecked by all of the ground type and dark type moves there are in the game. Oshawott is going to be immune to the ground type moves. There's not a lot of fighting type moves. And there's not a lot of electric type moves. So realistically, you're going to be a lot more okay choosing Oshawott for its resistances and super effectiveness against other things. I'm not sure how fighting stacks up against that. I would suspect that fighting should be even easier, but I don't know. You want to have the hard game? You're down for Cinda? Alright. Mash A. Yeah. I kind of want to play through with Rowlet just to see how that's like. But at the same time, Pokemon Legends Arceus is a great game, but 2 times of playing through it is my max. Like, I don't think I could restart that game over again. There's just too much Pokedex grindy grind going on. Oh yeah, it wasn't insanely difficult. Like, it was just a pain in the butt for me. Mainly because I don't normally choose fire-type starters anyways, and, like, I soloed the game pretty much with him, so I didn't, like, type strategize at all. I'm not the best Pokemon player ever, but at type advantages and whatnot... Why do they always post it, like, 3 times? I don't get it. You're done eating lunch. That's awesome. Lagia, I also need to take a page out of your book and, like, 100% my games again. I still need to get 100% Pokedex entries on every single Pokemon in PLA. I have research level 10 on everything, but I need to get it to 100% complete, and I'm still stuck at, like, Lopunny. Yeah, it was a bot. So maybe today I should do that. Maybe I should stream a little bit of Pokedex fulfillment. I mean, naturally I have to run down to GameStop first, so I think as soon as I hit my 2-hour mark with this stream, I'll run down to GameStop, grab that, come back, and boot up PLA for a Pokedex completion stream. Yeah, it is kind of an odd place to post adult content, isn't it? Yeah, I don't remember the number, but I do remember the Pokemon. Lopunny, because I went down the line. Lopunny is the last one I was working on before I stopped. You did all of the Paths of Solitude? I have yet to do those. I didn't see the point in doing them or the reward for doing them. Like, it's just congratulations, you accomplished this. If there was more of a reward for it, I'd be all about that. Just a mark in your decks to show even more completion. Is it true Pokemon Arceus wouldn't be able to restart it again? Restart what exactly? Oh, you probably... I think if I read the intent right, you wouldn't be able to restart Arceus again. Yeah, if it was just catching the Pokemon, I could restart it again and live with it, but the fact that I would be losing all of my 100% dex entries, I couldn't. I just couldn't. Leaves an Arceus mark on your trainer ID card that nobody will ever see once the game dies. Like, would filling in the decks on Pokemon Legends Arceus actually be entertaining to watch? Because when I played through it, I found it to be pretty grindy. Oh my gosh, Jupiter's been texting or writing, and I haven't even been seeing Twitch comments. As for the Kale and consoles in the game, you have your original copy of Ruby? Okay. The reason you bought your Switch was for the ability to take Diablo 3 with you? That's awesome. Diablo 3 is a great game. It is. Legends Arceus is beta for the open world. And I do appreciate how Scarlet and Violet does let you have open world freedom. Just to challenge the gyms in any order you want. The problem is doing the strong and agile spam. Also, having Pokemon leap out of ore deposits and out of trees, that one really irritated me. Eventually, though, I found all of the Heracross trees on Crimson Highlands. No, that's not right. Cornet Highlands. Yeah, over on Twitch, you're frequently the only one in chat. There's usually about one person in Twitch every stream. It's usually Jupiter. Occasionally it's somebody else. You hope the near future, when you have your first job and earn your own money, to buy one of those GBA clone systems so you can play Pokemon Ruby and Fire Red again. Oh, they are great. Lopunny is number 65. That means I have approximately 71 Pokemon out of that entire dex complete. How many Pokemon are in that dex, by the way? It's like 200 and some odd, right? $242. So yeah, I have like 180 left. It's so sad. The bright side is, the longer you go, if you do it right, the more you can accomplish. So, like, if you have to use a grass move on a rock-type Pokemon for one dex entry, chances are there is a dex entry that's the antithesis of that, which is have a grass move used on this rock-type Pokemon. And so you can start to min-max a little bit and utilize those moves and accomplish 2 or 3 dex entries at a time. Work on many goals at the same time to make it go a little bit faster. Yeah, technically that is correct. Darkrai is the last one in the dex. I'm still upset. They did that Darkrai event so dirty in PLA. I am pissed. I accidentally found Darkrai both times I played through the game. Oh, I didn't want to battle that thing. Well, let's see if that costs me the battle with me. Theoretically it shouldn't, but it might. Sonic, you do need an event to find Darkrai. Well, kind of. You need to have the save files of BDSP and Sword and Shield on your game to get Darkrai and Shaman. I got to the point where I could find them and have those loaded up, and I wasn't actively looking for Darkrai, and I kind of just accidentally found it. Like, I was just trolling through the Crimson Highlands, trying to, you know, go to point A to point B, and I dropped down on a Pokemon, and then, like, Darkrai just appeared behind me. Oh, crap. Critical hit. That's not good. Yeah, I'm not surviving this. How was I supposed to know it would get a crit? And Lagia, I thought that was a really, really fun way to make the event happen. This is Sapphire, the Daniel Star. Always Sapphire. Mainly because Shiny Jirachi doesn't work with Emerald. And Sapphire is the superior experience. Not really. Most people would argue that Emerald has the Battle Tower, so that's a superior experience, but I greatly prefer Sapphire. Sapphire works with the Shiny Jirachi method. Emerald has it fixed, and we don't like that. So, Sapphire it is. Yeah, just having to go to the library and BDSP to find the info that you need. I thought that was really creative. Yes, Battle Frontier. My apologies. No, not Miracle Island. It's the Jirachi bonus disc for the Nintendo Gamecube. It came out for Pokemon Colosseum. So this Jirachi isn't supposed to be shiny huntable. It's supposed to be shiny locked. But there are 8 or 9 combinations of these Jirachis that can work and be shiny on a given copy of the game. But Emerald doesn't allow for that. So you can transfer a Jirachi to Emerald, and even if the codes match, it will never be shiny just because Emerald has that glitch fixed. Darcy, welcome. Am I doing anything for Halloween? Not really. I gotta see what my wife is wanting to do for Halloween. I think it would be really cool to do a Zorora or Zorark hunt for Halloween, or a ghosty hunt. Just do some sword and shield encounters for an Aegislash again, or hunt some eggs. I don't know. What do you guys think would be more entertaining to watch? An egg hunt for a shiny Pokemon, or random encounters until I find it? Egg hunts are more predictable, but shiny encounters also work. Random encounters. Random. 2 votes for random. Think that's gonna take the cake. I've never been a huge fan of overworld encounters, hoping for a shiny, mainly because the weather changes frequently, and you can never really... I just don't want to mess around with trying to find Aegislash spawns at this place during this weather, and you have to get that weather first. But it is perfectly doable. I think I can get behind doing some research for that, because I know it appears right outside Hammerlock City. I don't know what the weather condition is for it, but I know I encountered 4 Aegislashes there, and one of them was shiny, so there's that. Why did lightning hit a tree in the middle of the night? Because it can. And it's not just any lightning, Sonic. It's rainbow lightning. It's gonna be a long hunt. Dude, you have no idea. This hunt is one of the longest. Because Lagia is our resident odds expert and all that. Lagia, what is the longest shiny hunt? Or the most not in your favor that can still be done? This one. And Manaphy. I think, technically speaking, this one does have better odds. However, Manaphy can be done multiple at a time. So that would, by default, make this one technically the longest. Mom might like this program. Why is your TV just on? In a game that's promoting going green, your TV shouldn't just be sitting on. Sonic, you can't shiny hunt Arceus in PLA. Both give you 1 shot per save file. If not, you have to reset the whole game. You're absolutely correct. Manaphy, you can just manipulate stuff into getting multiple eggs, and you can attempt 4 at a time. But it costs a lot of money. Or illegitimate methods. You got the Gen 5 Legendary giveaway. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Did you get the Gen 6 one that's currently ongoing? Because the Gen 5 one was like 2 weeks ago. A lot of that paper money, it sure does. I'm just glad the copy of Pokemon Ranger I bought had the egg still attached to it. Like, that was awesome. But yeah, given that this one takes approximately 7,000 and some change to get full odds, it's gonna take quite a long time at only doing 10 a day. Or 10 a stream, and streaming once a week. That's why I'm really trying to stream this for 2 hours as frequently as possible, just because going up 10 encounters at a time is not going to happen very fast. Especially if it takes 5,000 encounters like freaking Shaman did. Oh, if I remember correctly, one of them is a shiny Chansey. There are 3 more difficult ones over Jirachi. What ones are those? And hopefully it's not that one legendary Tailo that was done at the Japan Nintendo Center or whatever. Universal Japan or whatever. Oh, a wild, shiny, authentic Sinistea with the square shine? Yeah, I saw, like, a little short about that one. Shiny Sinistea is incredibly rare. Why is it so difficult? Oh, because it's authentic versus fake, that's what it is. Because you not only have to get your shiny, you have to get it to be authentic at the same time. All your shinies have square shine? That's kind of sus, not gonna lie. A 1% Gyarados that can be fished at level 1. I remember hearing about that. That one sounds vaguely familiar. A specific pattern of shiny Spinda. Yup. So I'm more surprised by the number of Spinda sprites that they would have had to put in the game. Like, did they really put over 1 million Spinda sprites in a game? That just seems absurd to me. Now you're playing Shield, but you're still watching the stream? Awesome. Best of luck in shiny hunting endeavors. Yeah, I'm pretty... yeah. But still, even just putting 1 million sprites into a cartridge for the save file just seems absurd to me. Unless they put in a procedurally generated sprite machine for Spinda. Oh, gotcha. I've honestly never noticed before now, but now I'm never going to unsee that. Yeah, the capital names. I've never noticed before now. Go, Torchic! I mean, they are kind of yelling it, so, you know, it makes sense. Yep, never gonna unsee that. I'm gonna be right back. I need another soda. And we're back. Kind of makes me wonder why they decided they needed to change capitalization and Pokemon names around so much. Like, surely it takes... Well, not, maybe not. They're all just lines of code. It's more formal. Yeah. I mean, it also makes sense given that these games were originally made in Japan where, like, capitalization doesn't really exist. It's a symbol or nothing. Must have been a problem in localization. Yep, and all their moves are... Everything's capitalized. I'm never gonna unsee this now. Everything is capitalized. OT Lagia! The minor details. I'm honestly surprised I haven't found a useless shiny Pokemon that I can't catch yet. During your Emerald adventures, you found and caught a shiny Spinda? That's awesome. I like how when you jump over these ledges, his little feet still run. Just does a little air flail. Oh, gotta love the tutorials. I swear the first hour of that game is nothing but tutorials. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of needed, but it would be nice and lovely if they would allow this is my second playthrough, skip all of the tutorials, and just let me play the game. My back has been hurting right between my shoulder blades for about 3 days now, and I can't fix it. I mean, I don't think you actually join any clans. I'm gonna burst your bubble. Bad choice, but okay. Oh, that's what you mean. You're going to take the pivotal decision and take the diamond guy with you. Yeah, you battle both anyways. Oh, Captain Gummy Worms! It's been a long time. How are ya? Good thing I'm just like constantly redeeming or checking my posture and trying to fix my back problems. Trying to be sitting up straight and all that. Yeah, it's not going to last very long. I think both of those legendary Pokemon in PLA look like absolute trash in their origin form. Dialga a little bit less so. Still want to know why the kid had to ride in the back of the truck. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. I just think with the origin forms, they should have done something more similar to Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, instead of combining them with Arceus itself. Like, lore-wise, I don't get why that was a thing. I mean, it's not combining them with Arceus, it's just making them... It's using their orb to make them look more like Arceus, but I just don't see why that needed to be the thing. Like, just make them more powerful and slightly different looking, like older looking, but not Arceus looking. It's completely unnecessary. PokeSeth, hello again. Okay, Lagia, that's like the fairest point for this argument I've ever heard. Kids like riding in the back of vehicles for no good reason, because it's something interesting and fun. Valid point. I used to ride in the back of the truck all the time whenever I could. Yeah, like Origin Form Giratina. They didn't make him look like Arceus, they just made him look like a snaky boy. Finally got the shiny Giratina you wanted? Nice. One of these years, I'll finally get shiny Zygarde. Alright, let's go battle May. I am very curious how long this is going to take me to get this Jirachi. In weeks and days. Not encounters, but weeks and days. Since I can only do a very limited number of them per day. And Lagia just remembered. In PLA, you fill the decks with all forms, shinies, alpha, alpha shinies, height, weight, but never did it again after home update. You mean as far as like the little, medium, and large versions of them? That's what you mean, getting the ones that were shiny locked accomplished. A worthy goal. Oh yeah, I just remembered I have a shiny Lotad in my playthrough with Tenny. Guess it's back to the chamber. Lagia, I'm going to be honest, out of everybody in the server, I think you've gotten the most use out of the bots. Shoot, that reminds me, back in like January and February, but when the games were first out, I was able to rent an entire Switch to people for $30 a day. That was great. Like, here, this is yours for an entire freaking day, knock yourself out. Apparently I never reloaded this one. First time I forgot to do that. Oh yeah, the Switch being a hybrid console was the best decision they could have done, since they were taking themselves out of the console race with Sony and Xbox due to not being able to compete with the graphics at the price point that Nintendo fans want them to. Yeah, it was a great decision to make it portable and have that be their selling point. Let's be honest, most Nintendo fans wouldn't be able to afford the console if it was comparable to the PlayStation and the Xbox. Like, Nintendo would lose a lot of their consumer base. Granted, the ones that can would absolutely love the improvement in graphics and mechanical processing power, but in reality, most of the consumer base are children and people that love the nostalgia factor of Nintendo games. Like, it's just not in their best interest to be, oh yeah, here's our new $500 console. Sure, everybody can afford that. $300, a little bit more reasonable for a Christmas present. Well, you're certainly welcome, Lagia. I love being able to do the bots, and while I don't use them myself, I'm glad that others are able to. No, and that was an increment up for that. So what's the play here? How am I getting the Shiny Jirachi? Well, Captain Gummy Worms, with this, the bonus disc for Pokemon Colosseum, or Oh, better way of rephrasing that. I am using the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc from the Nintendo Gamecube, which has these Jirachi on it. You can transfer one Jirachi per save file onto your Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire game. There is a very minute chance that it'll be shiny. So the idea is that you transfer a shiny onto your copy of Ruby and Sapphire. If it's not shiny Jirachi, you reset the game, play back to the point where you get the Pokedex, and then you try again and transfer it again and see if one of the secret IDs for the Jirachi or the Pokemon ID for Jirachi matches up with your trainer ID number for it to be shiny. This Jirachi is technically shiny locked, so it shouldn't be possible for it to be shiny, but they kind of made a mistake when they made the games, and there are exactly 9 out of 65,000 Jirachi that can be shiny. So it's like a 1 in every 7,230 chance or something. Yeah, it's a free drop pretty much at the beginning of the game. So I just have to play to the point where I get my Pokemon, go battle May, come back to the lab, get the Pokedex, and go on the adventure. I can save, then this disc will give me the Jirachi. Yeah, much worse than normal shiny odds, since it's not technically supposed to be a thing. As I had mentioned earlier, this is one of the hardest shiny hunts that you can actually do for a legendary Pokemon. Second to that would be Shiny Manaphy for Diamond and Pearl. So yeah, every encounter takes about 8 minutes to do if I'm paying fully attention. And with full odds, that's like, it takes a long time at full odds. I did the math in hours, and it wasn't looking good. It's 7312 times 10 divided by 60. Yeah, it could take 1,218 hours. Assuming full odds gave you the shiny and you didn't exceed that. And I guess I've been misspeaking when I've been talking about this odds. The Pokemon identifier doesn't have to match with your trainer ID, so it is... yeah, it doesn't have to match with the trainer ID. So there are just 9 of these Jirachis out of the 65 some odd thousand of them that can be shiny because of how their Pokemon ID number is generated. I just had to think about the math in my head for a second, because if it had to match a specific number on your game, it would almost never match. That would be almost an impossible hunt. Since both numbers are constantly changing each time, it would just never happen. Oh, that was the level up sound. 9 in every 65,536, and that equates to 1 in every 7,312. If I remember correctly. Oh, 7,281.7. One of these days, I'll get the odds plastered up on the screen since I go over them in like every single stream. I'll just have the odds placed somewhere on the screen so that I can reference them quickly. Dang it, I didn't want to battle again. Oh, it's gonna be nice to me? .77777, yeah. And next I'm gonna do Manaphy. Oh, this is going to be an exactly well-timed stream at almost exactly 2 hours and hitting 10 encounters. It's kind of sad that it takes that long, but that's okay. From what I understand, though, most people who... I say most people. There's only been, like, 8 that have been streaming while they found it. Or something like that. 7? 7 or 8 people have been on camera finding this Pokemon, and of those, I don't think many of them actually exceeded full odds. So one of them got it in like 280, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. $40 would be nice too. That would be great. How long do I think it'll take for my son to finally be born? That's a great question. Due date is like the 21st. My wife thinks he's gonna come early. So I'm thinking in the ballpark of about 3 weeks. I hope not on the 18th. But if she doesn't go into labor naturally by the 21st, which is the baby's due date, we're just going to induce the labor because we have time off planned from work to be able to have said baby, and we kind of need him to come on time. Like, typically babies come when they're going to want to, but we need him to be earlier on time because we can't just take time off of work for nothing. And that one is not shiny. So we will resume next time I hunt this. I'm going to try to hunt it at least 3 times a week after work. One on Saturday or Sunday. I am trying to get a schedule put together, but I think I'm going to be a month out on getting an actual schedule because Scarlet and Violet's going to take up some time. Baby's going to take up even more time. This definitely takes up some time, but for sure there will be one of these streams every weekend. There should be a Pokemon Colosseum stream every weekend, but my schedule's kind of in limbo right now. It doesn't exist, and I'm hoping to fix that. But thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Captain Gummy Worms, it was awesome to see you, well, to read you here again. It's been a long time, and I hope you and your wife are doing well. I'll catch you guys.